in a recent video from the My Sport YouTube channel. And Troy, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this last name, Adamantis? Adamantis? Sorry, that is what it is. I butcher last names. Chase Sexton has basically come out and said that he needs a reset on his career. Obviously, we know the news that him and KTM, after their 2-year run, are officially done. And the overarching rumor and just waiting to be made, I guess, official is the move to Monster Energy Kawasaki. Now, who knows? That could be exactly what he needs, or it could be horrible, depending if the Jorge Prado situation was actually the bike and not just him quitting. We're just going to have to wait and see on that one. Obviously, we know the second rider for the Monster Energy team is going to be Garrett Marchbanks, who got the 450 ride over Cameron McAdoo. Now, in this interview, or whatever you want to call it, Chase Sexton says, quote, "I dealt with a lot of stuff this year that I haven't really dealt with, just mentally, and it made it pretty hard. So I think now is the time to kind of reset and go for my second half of my career. That's kind of where I am at now, and trying to right the wrongs that I've made and just hit the reset button a little bit." Now the question is, does this go back to Supercross this year, where he threw away the championship effectively, going for a position battle that had absolutely nothing to do or no need to go for, ended up crashing, and basically gave Webb the title this year? He could have had one for KTM, he could have had one for himself, and it's going to be one of those things. Can he quit all those stupid mistakes, all the front end washes, all the, the little things that cost him points and aren't necessary in the middle of a race? It's racing like that, racing Webb for a position that doesn't matter. If he doesn't go for it, he's still gaining points. He's still, doing well, putting himself in a better position in the overall championship battle. And instead of looking at the big picture or knowing the big picture, he was looking at the small one, and I want to beat him, I want a better position, and ruin the whole thing for him. He continued to say, quote, "In the last 2 years, I have kind of gotten away from just how I felt as a kid. Obviously, I'm getting older, but I'm still young. I still enjoy riding my dirt bike." Jeez, can't read. "I love what I do, and there's no reason not to have fun while I'm doing it. So I think when I say reset and get ready for the second half, just more find that teenage version of myself, find the energy and the fun again. I think just sometimes you get stuck in a rut, and it could be your environment, could be the people you work with, could be yourself. All the outside stuff that shouldn't affect what I do, get rid of that and just go back to the basics. For me, that's the goal of this year." Now, obviously in the 2 years with KTM, he didn't do horribly, a 2024 outdoor championship, 8 overall wins and 9 Supercross main event wins. So in 2 years, it's a pretty good run. A lot of guys would be very happy with that. That would be one of those, good stretches of their career. But when you're on a factory bike and you're supposed to be a championship level contender, should be right up there with Jet and Tomac and Webb. Having the year he did this year, not great. Injured the first round of outdoors and then just disappeared. No reasoning why for weeks, no timeline for when he was coming back. And then when he does come back, he said, he thinks that there should be more privacy for the riders. And at least in my thought here is, if you're on the factory rides, you've got the big contracts, you got the big bonuses, you have all the sponsorship money, you are the focus of this sport. You do lose a little bit of your autonomy, right? Like all the money, all the expectations, people are going to want to know why you're out, what's injured, when you're coming back, what's going on. It's not that surprising to consider. And if you look at all the other major sports, right? Football, basketball, soccer even, there is an injury report all the time. You look at football, there's an injury report every single day. just what's going on in practice, who was, in, who was out, if they were doing full runs or, limited practice. Like, it's one of those things that it's very strange how secretive, I guess you can call it, some of this stuff is in this sport. Contract numbers and lengths and, injury stuff like that. It's a very surprising thing that there is as much secrecy that there is. And I mean, obviously you don't want this isn't a contact sport, right? I mean, essentially you can be hit, whatever, but it's not football where if you come out and say, hey, I've got a bum knee, where people are going to be coming and literally tackling you by the legs every single time. If he came out and said, oh, my shoulder's bad, nobody's going to go and like ram him in the shoulder and, use that as an advantage. So I don't see the need for all the secrecy or the hidden stuff for injuries. But so I'm going to leave you guys. Comment down below. How do you think he's going to do on Kawasaki? When do you think it's going to come out? Are you excited for World Supercross, whatever it is? Comment down below. Tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do all the fun things this platform allows you to do because it does really help me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.